Welcome to another food series. Let's make herb cubes to help reduce food waste. So I'd made some cilantro chutney earlier and had some leftover ingredients, and I didn't want them to wilt or go to waste. So I'm adding in my handful of leftover cilantro here, and then I had some jalapeno that was also left over, some ginger, garlic, as well as half of a lemon. I also had some of the shredded coconut left over, as well as a piece of onions. So I'm basically going to add everything into this container. I probably should be using my food processor, but honestly I didn't feel like making another thing dirty, but it's all going to work out eventually. So I added the cilantro. I'm going to put in the onions, the garlic, the jalapeno, and I'm only going to take a bit of the ginger because it's pretty powerful, and I'll use the rest for another dish. And then I wanted to add the rest of the coconut. I don't want to cross-contaminate by putting the coconut back into the larger container, so I'm just going to use all of it. And I just feel like this could be a good base starter for another cilantro chutney coconut mix. I'm going to squeeze the other half of this lemon into the container, and then I will use the rest of the lemon that basically has no other use to put it down the garbage disposal with some ice to clean the garbage disposal. So again, always thinking of ways to use all of my produce up to the fullest efficiency. I'm adding in some olive oil to get the mixture nicely incorporated, and again, for sure I should be using probably my food processor, but no matter, this will do the trick once I add a little bit of water. So I like to do this first to basically loosen up and just blend the ingredients together a little bit, and then with a little bit of water it's going to nicely incorporate, and everything will be easily emulsified quite well using this particular tool. So there you go. Now what I would say is that if you have some leftover herbs, don't let them wilt, don't let them go to waste. Do exactly what you see me doing. Combine them, and then grab yourself a silicone mold or ice cube tray. Transfer that mixture into the ice cube trays. The best way to again avoid anything where you have to clean or wash is to grab a Ziploc bag, transfer your mixture in there, and that's basically what I'm doing. It's just adding the mixture in there, and this is another way to make sure that everything's nicely incorporated, because once you get it into the Ziploc bag, you can give it just a quick mixture with your hand to make sure again everything's nicely incorporated before you start to squeeze it into your silicone mold or ice cube trays. In this case, these are silicone ice cube trays that I'm going to be using, and I wanted to make sure that I got every bit of that mixture out, because again, the purpose is to avoid food waste. So with that being said, I'm going to just make sure everything is out and then continue to move on. Once you have everything out, make sure that you seal up the Ziploc bag quite well, because when you are starting to squeeze it, if you don't have it sealed well, it could pop out from the top. So you just want to make sure you give it a good seal, and then grab yourself either a plate, a bowl, a piece of aluminum foil, probably not a napkin, just because as liquid as this is, a little bit will run out, but you can also again scoop that into your mold or ice cube trays later. Do not let that go to waste. And then begin to squeeze your mixture into the different sections of your mold or ice cube trays. Start with a little bit at a time in each section, and then you can go back and fill it in, and that's basically what you see me doing. I'm just adding the mixture a little bit at a time. You see that I don't have it filled all the way up to the top, because at the end of the day I'm also trying to get more out of this mixture than less. So I'm trying to get more tiny little cubes than less cubes. So just continue to repeat as you see me doing, and filling it in and making sure that you just stop halfway from the top. Get as many as you can fill. That way, if you have a dish that requires a couple of pieces of cubes, you can just pull out exactly what you need. Now, if you're enjoying the video and finding value, then consider joining the community by subscribing. Hit your notification bell, make sure it's at all so you don't miss anything when I post new video, and give the video a thumbs up. Now you see I'm going back and forth and topping the rest of the sections off just to make sure everything's nicely filled. I didn't want to overfill it because I still have to cover it with the top for the tray. And that's pretty much all that you're going to have to do for this. It's relatively simple, very easy to do, and it is so important to make sure that you're extending the shelf life of the produce and things that you buy. I like to go through and make sure I give it a very good tap to make sure everything's just laying really flat, because again, I'm going to still have to add the top to this. if you've never thought of blending or blitzing up your leftover ingredients and then adding them to a mold or ice cube tray for later use in various dishes, you may want to give that a try. Don't forget to drop any comments from me down below. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and make sure notification bell is at all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.